Clayton.
Yeah.
Sergeant Boyden, PC Loxton, Sun Hill. About your daughter.
Yeah, come in. Robbie, please.
What took you so long?
We came as soon as we could, sir.
Well, I could have been out looking for it in the cab.
Well, no one's stopping you, Mr. Clayton. But if you want us to help, we'll need some details. When was the last time you saw Laura?
You'd better ask her that.
Last night.
So how come you only reported her missing an hour ago?
Well, she went up to her room about 8. She's got telly up there. I just assumed she'd been watching that and then gone to bed.
Did you check her before you went to bed?
No. She's 13. You don't watch their every move, do you?
We love that girl. We're worried sick about her. Look, why don't you get out there and find her before some weirdo gets his hands on her?
Because we need to know where to start looking, Mr. Clayton. We need to know about our friends, places she goes, a description, and a photo if possible.
Has Laura been worried about anything lately?
Search me.
Come on, you're her best friend, aren't you?
Was.
Are there any special places that Laura tends to go?
Not really.
Karen, anything could help.
Manel Street, there's a video shop and takeaway.
Yes, I know it.
She sometimes goes down there nights.
Good. Anywhere else?
No.
Right. Okay, thank you, Karen. You can go.
Anything, Steve?
No, they all seem to have heard she's missing now. You?
Yeah, I only saw her about 9 o'clock last night, hanging about in the rain.
Excuse me.
Oh, God.
What, you know her?
Yeah, she's wasted more police time than anyone else in Sun Hill.
Excuse me. Sergeant Boyden, isn't it?
Mrs. Daniels, we're busy.
I know, but it's about the girl.
Laura?
Saw her getting a man's car
When?
last night, just after 9. There.
You know Laura, do you?
I know all those kids. They make my life a misery. Noise, abuse. I live above there.
So you do, I've forgotten.
And you're definitely sure it was Laura Clayton you saw?
Well, they said you got a photo. That's the one, I swear.
Right, the car she got into, can you describe it to me?
Big?
Can you give me any more than that? Colour, make?
No. But I can tell you who was driving.
Who?
Chap. Lives in them flats over there.
So you reckon she's just being malicious then?
She's always at it. The girl in the post office is a prostitute. Milkman tried to poison the cat. The worst thing about it is, in a case like this, you have to follow it up. Well, all you really want to do is throttle her for wasting police time.
Yes?
Sorry to bother you, sir. We're from Sun Hill. Can we have a word?
Fine, come in.
Cheers.
What can I do for you?
What have your name, please, sir?
Linton. Brian Linton.
Sergeant Boyden, PC Loxton. We're investigating the disappearance of a young girl from nearby.
I see.
Girl named Laura Clayton. We've had a report that a girl matching her description was seen getting into your car last night on Minell Street.
And as you'll appreciate, we have to take such reports seriously.
Well, quite, yes. Do sit down, please.
Thank you.
There you go.
So, you didn't give anyone a lift last night?
No, I didn't.
And you didn't drive down Manel Street?
Well, yes, I did.
Just after 9?
Probably, yes. I went to the off-licence.
Did you see a 13-year-old girl?
As a matter of fact, I did, yes, as I was getting back into the car.
Is that her?
Yes, it is.
Well, she didn't get into the car with you.
No, why should she?
You don't know her then?
No, I've only just moved here. I don't know anyone.
Our witness says that she saw her get into your car.
Well, she didn't.
Yes, Mr. Linton?
I did speak to her. She looked, I don't know, a bit upset. I said, "Are you okay?" She said yes, and went on her way. That was it. Oh, really, for God's sake, I mean, what man's going to offer a lift to a girl he doesn't know these days?
Do you live alone, Mr. Linton?
Yes,
Bachelor?
yes. Oh, no, I mean, my wife and I are separated.
So how come the council have given you a flat as a man on your own?
I really can't say. Except that I've no money. I lost my job.
What kind of work did you do?
I was a teacher. Why?
Is there something you're not telling us, Mr. Linton?
I got into trouble. I'm serving a community sentence.
What for?
Does it matter?
I'm afraid it does.
It was a sexual offence.
Against who?
A juvenile. Look, I know how this must look, but believe me, it was innocent.
What was innocent?
Laura Clayton and I didn't touch her.
Who's saying that you did?
You are. You think I've harmed her. Assaulted her.
Did you go straight home after you got into the car?
No, I went for a drive.
Where?
I can't remember.
Why not?
I was agitated.
How come?
I'm not supposed to get into conversation with kids.
Then why did you?
You got this wrong, completely wrong. I wouldn't harm a young girl like that.
Wouldn't you?
No. Now just go, will you? Leave me be.
I'm afraid we can't do that.
So you reckon we're talking abduction?
Maybe. It's certainly one for CID.
What's the score on Linton?
He was a PE teacher at Henry Wallace Comprehensive. Indecently assaulted a 12-year-old pupil.
A girl?
Yes, Barton Street dealt with it. Linton got 3 years probation.
Probation for indecent assault.
The condition of the sentence is that he attends a treatment program for sex offenders.
Oh, yeah. And what does that entail?
You'd better ask his probation officer when he gets here.
Right, Mr. Linton. Are you sure you don't want to solicit it?
Yes.
This is a taped interview with Brian Linton, officers present at DCI Meadows and DC Woods. The time is 16:11. Mr. Linton, I should remind you, is still under caution.
I feel sick.
You just tell the truth. You got nothing to worry about.
I've no intention of doing anything else.
Good.
I didn't give her a lift. I'd have been mad to.
Well, PC Loxton's just gone to take a statement from the witness who said you did.
But it was dark. It was raining. Your witness must have been mistaken.
Why? You've committed an offence against a girl that age before.
I know.
So why shouldn't you do it again?
You don't understand.
What don't we understand?
I'm ashamed of what I did.
Those are fine words.
You know why I'm in that flat? I'm not allowed to live at home. I have kids of my own. I'm not trusted to be with them. I lost everything.
Well, this is all very touching, but there's a girl missing. You were the last person to see her. By your own admission, you spoke to her. Now, you got to admit it doesn't look very good, does it?
Well, all I can do is say again, I'm telling the truth.
So where was he parked?
Right behind that van.
Facing which way?
Nose into the wall.
And she got into the passenger side?
Yeah.
Well, if the car was facing into the wall, you wouldn't have been able to see the passenger side from here. Look. It was also dark and raining.
You saying I'm lying?
No.
That man's peculiar.
Well, that's not the point, is it?
And she might have got into the car.
I'm afraid might isn't good enough, Mrs. Daniels.
Sir, can I have a word?
Yeah.
Just had Loxton on the PR. Seems Mrs. Daniels may have lied. She won't make a statement or confirm it was Laura she saw get into the car.
Well, on past form, that comes as no surprise, does it?
No, sir.
Right, Mr. Linton. We're going to let you go.
Honestly?
One thing, though.
Yes.
Wasn't very wise for a man in your situation to have spoken to the girl, was it?
No. As I said, she seemed upset.
Yeah. Well, compassion to kids you see in the street is one emotion you're going to have to learn to live without. Wouldn't you agree?
Right.
Mrs. Clayton?
Yeah, what?
DC Woods, Sun Hill.
Oh, God, have you found her or something?
Not yet, Mrs. Clayton. If I could have a quick word, please.
Robbie's not in at the moment.
Well, if I may, I can speak to you.
Yeah, yes, all right.
Thank you.
It's terrible business. We're all doing our best to help.
This is Trevor Jackson. He's a neighbour.
Now, we found out that Laura was outside the takeaway on Manel Street around 9.
Well, we know. Robbie found that out hours ago. He heard you lifted someone.
I can't comment on that. I'd like to ask you about Laura's state of mind last night. Now, a witness who saw her after she left here said she seemed distressed.
No. Oh, I told the others Laura didn't get like that.
Like what?
Well, tearful and that. She's upset about something, she hides it.
Well, why would she do that? Surely she'd want to share it with you.
Well, shouldn't you be looking for her? Not hassling Christine with questions.
What's going on?
He's police, Robbie.
Is he? Well, maybe you can explain something then.
What's that, sir?
Why you let that pervert go?
I'm sorry, I'm not with you.
There's a barmaid works at the Queen's told me all about him. Her son went to the school where he worked. He got done for molesting a pupil. You pulled him in for a couple of hours, then you just let him go, didn't you?
Well, all I can say, sir, is that we're pursuing all appropriate lines of inquiry.
Did he talk to Laura? Did he touch her?
I can't comment.
I don't believe this.
Easy, Robbie.
I do my job, Mr. Clayton. That's all.
Your job is to find my daughter.
Oh, Jack.
Philip.
I hear you've released this Linton character.
That's right.
Shame we couldn't have hung on to him a bit longer, isn't it?
And why's that?
Well, you can never really trust people like that, can you?
Well, even if I wanted to, there were no grounds for holding him.
Makes no sense to me. Letting these people into the community, giving them group therapy.
It's called treatment, Philip, not therapy. And anyway, what else would you have got? 18 months inside on Rule 43. Learning to swap porn with the real weirdos. Do you think he'd be any less of a danger to the public after that?
I've no wish to debate the punishment of sex offenders, Jack. It's just I'm having to provide you with considerable manpower. Yet there's a possible suspect sitting at home.
He's no longer a suspect, Philip.
Sir, I just had a phone call from Linton. Says he wants to see you urgently.
Right.
Now, why do you suppose he'd want to do that?
Brian? You there? Well. So who did this?
Doesn't matter, it's what I deserve. I just want to tell the truth now.
Oh, yeah?
I did give Laura a lift.
Where to?
Only a few miles. She asked me to drop her by the off-licence on Maldith Road. There's an estate behind it. She ran off into that.
So why didn't you tell me this before?
I knew I'd have put myself in trouble.
Yeah, well, you put yourself in a damn sight more trouble now, pal.
Tim! Time for some refs, I reckon.
Oh, you say that again.
643 from Sierra Oscar receiving, over.
Receiving.
The DCI would like you to make inquiries in the Maldith Road area. Brian Linton has now admitted dropping Laura Clayton near the off-licence. Seems she went off into the estate.
Right, on way.
I knew there was something not quite right about that guy.
So Linton's not said who beat him up?
No. Have you got any ideas?
Yeah, Robbie Clayton. The state he was in last time I saw him, he was well capable of it.
Does he know anything about Linton?
Well, the whole estate seems to know about him now.
Right. I think you should pay the parents another visit. Ask if Laura knows anybody in the Maldith Road area, and see if Clayton knows anything about the assault.
Right, Gov.
Philip, thought you'd be at home by now.
Got a meeting, Jack. I hear you picked up Linton again.
That's right.
Do you think he simply gave her a lift?
That's what he says.
You believe him?
Well, if there's anything more to it than that, I'll find out.
They say they didn't see her.
OK, well, let's have a look round the estate then.
I wouldn't hurt her. I couldn't.
Why not?
She's a lovely kid.
I thought you said you didn't know her.
I'd been vaguely aware of her. She delivers my paper. And one day I was in the park. I go there sometimes to kill time. She was sitting on the bench, crying her eyes out. God, I did such a stupid thing.
What was that?
I spoke to her, asked her if she was okay.
And?
She talked. I listened.
Did she tell you why she was so upset?
Only that there was something wrong at home.
Did she say what it was?
No. I told her if she couldn't talk to her parents, she ought to find a relative or a teacher to confide in. She said there wasn't anyone. In the end, I said to her, I hope things got better. And she thanked me, and I left her.
And you haven't spoken to her since?
She's tried to speak to me. I've been avoiding her.
Anything?
Nothing.
Nor me.
Excuse me, they said you were looking for a girl.
That's right, yeah, 13-year-old.
Yeah, there's an empty factory at the end of the estate, and I was walking the dog there this morning and I saw a kid about that age. It seemed odd. She was just hanging around on her own.
Right, thank you very much, sir. We'll take a look.
Mr. Clayton.
Have you found her yet?
We've reason to believe she was taken to the Maldith Road area last night. Now, have you any idea who she might have gone to see there?
No. Who took her?
I can't say that.
Was it him? The paedophile? It was, wasn't it?
Mr. Clayton, do you know anything about an assault which took place earlier this evening at Godley Court?
No, he doesn't.
I'm talking to your husband.
Yeah. Paid him a visit.
Robbie.
Why?
You know why. To check that you were doing your job properly. And I'll tell you this, I'd do it again if necessary.
Well, Mr. Clayton, I'm going to have to ask you to accompany me to the station.
You're joking.
No, I'm afraid I'm not joking.
This is sick. You should be out looking for Laura, not chasing me.
Come on.
So what happened in your flat this evening?
It's not important.
There's no point in protecting anybody, Brian.
There were two of them. One said he was Laura's father. They seemed to know about my situation.
Did you tell them you knew Laura?
No.
Or that you'd given her a lift?
I told them what I first told you. I think Laura's father believed me. Not before he'd kicked me and punched me.
So what about the other one? Did he hit you?
A couple of times. He seemed to lose his nerve. Kept saying, leave him, Robbie, he's only filth. Maybe I am filth, but I cared about her, you know.
Laura. Laura.
I'm all right.
Yeah. Come on out. We won't bite you.
I'm not coming home.
Okay. You come with us, we'll take you somewhere warm and we'll talk it all over, yeah?
This is unbelievable. Locking me away.
You don't really give us a choice, do you? Number 3, please, Alan.
Look, the guy's just a pervert.
And that gives you the right to assault him, does it?
Look, it were only a few punches. We wanted to know if he knew anything.
Who was with you? Was it Trevor Jackson?
Look, if you think I'm going to drop my mates, innit?
Right, you're going to have to wait in there. And we also have to find out if the victim wants to press charges against you. OK, Sarge.
Victim?
Come in. Hi. Laura, this is DCI Meadows.
Hello, Laura. Your mother's here.
I'm not going home.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute, shall we? I'd just like to ask you a few questions first. Tell me what happened last night.
I left home, that's what.
And where did you go when you left?
I got a lift to near where you found me.
Who with?
A man.
Was it somebody you knew?
Yeah.
What was his name?
We're just interested.
His name was Brian Linton.
And is that all he did, give you a lift?
Yeah, what are you saying?
We're not saying anything, Laura.
Look, he's all right.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
You can be absolutely honest with us, Laura.
You're trying to get me to say that he's being funny with me, ain't you? Well, he hasn't. He's kind and he's gentle. You want to talk to other people.
About what?
What other people, Laura?
Never mind, I'm not saying any more.
Right, well, I think you can see your mother now. June?
Oh, you can come in now.
Oh, Laura. Where's Dad?
Your dad's already here at the station, Laura. We're seeing him about another matter.
What matter? What's going on?
Never mind about that. Come home.
No.
Why not, Laura?
She knows. I want to see my dad.
I think under the circumstances, that might be a good idea.
Laura!
Don't. They said you're in trouble.
It's nothing.
What did you do?
Look, let's not talk about that, eh? Let's talk about you coming home.
I can't, Dad.
Why not? Look, we're not going to punish you.
It isn't that.
Well, what is it then?
Tell us, Laura.
He's always coming round.
Who?
Trevor.
So, he's a mate.
He sleeps with her. He sleeps with Mum.
Trevor? No. You're joking. We go back years.
This is a waste of time. I'm getting out of it.
Laura. Look, Laura, hold on. Just hold on.
Why? You won't believe me.
Yeah, well, you're not giving me a chance.
True what I'm saying. Sometimes I go in the bedroom, sometimes they just send me upstairs. Trevor said I had to keep it a secret. Or
what, Laura?
he never said. Not till last night.
And what happened last night?
He came round again. I told him I was sick of it. I was gonna tell Dad. I went upstairs. Trevor followed me. He said I couldn't tell Dad. If I did, he'd smash out the family. I'd lose everything. Then he...
Then he what?
He put his hand on my leg. He said maybe I'd like to try and do some of the things that he and Mum did. I ran out. I just ran, that's why I can't go back.
Laura!
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, I can't speak to you.
Find someone to talk to, you said.
I'm sorry, Laura, I can't.
You're just like the rest. There should be someone I could talk to.
Yeah, I know they should, Laura.
I don't know why people don't call us out before anything happens. That way we'd get there on time.
You taking wacky pills or what?
You know what I mean.
Listen, when... Here you go.
It looked like two blokes and a woman.
It's all right, no problem. It's only an argument.
What do you mean, all right? He stabbed me!
What are you talking about?
And he stabbed me with a screwdriver! Of course he's back here!
Look, I never stabbed no one.
Look, I'm bleeding!
Can I see?
If I were you, I'd get him indoors before he does any more damage. Is this yours, sir? Well, yeah, but I never did nothing with it.
It doesn't look too bad.
Well, of course it doesn't. He did it himself.
You're not so brave that all, but I ain't! Break it up! Come on, you!
I'm arresting you both. Get off him. I'm arresting you both for threatening behaviour. You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so. What you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Beat us to it, then.
Looks like it, Sergeant. Take that one back for us. They're both nicked. Threatening behaviour.
Looks like it. Come on, let's go.
Let's go. Calm down. Calm down. In the car.
Right, can you tell us what happened? What's your name? Jane Turner. That's Bobby, my husband, the one who was stabbed. He'd had a few drinks and got a bit mad. What about? About me working down the pub. We was carrying on and that fella tried to sort it out. So who did this to you? Bobby. You can have both of them. I'm going to bed.
You won't get much out of your prisoner. Apart from concussion, he's got multiple stitches in his leg, 3 fractured ribs and a punctured lung.
Well, could have been a lot worse. You come off a stolen motorcycle doing 60 and anything can happen. He's always been very lucky, has Barry, till tonight. He could be looking at his first custodial sentence. He's not a juvenile anymore.
Shouldn't one of us stay and keep an eye on him?
He's not going anywhere, not in his condition.
All right, I think it's one for the duty officer. Sierra Oscar from 363 receiving.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, we're at St Hughes with Barry Nash, the joyrider. We need a word with Mr. Monroe.
I'll get him.
Yeah, thanks, Stu. And have you contacted his mother yet?
Yes, she doesn't want to know. She says she might look in the morning.
All right, thanks, Stu.
He's in a very bad way. Does his mother know that?
Yeah, but that's just the way she is. He hates her guts anyway.
Night.
Right, thanks. This the first time you've dealt with him?
Yeah.
He's a cheeky bastard. So, he's a hell of a driver. First time I chased him, I only caught him because he pulled over. His mate gashed his hand breaking into the car.
What, he stopped for that?
Yeah, he's mad. He's not bad, really.
I'm in charge with actual bodily harm.
Save it for a minute, eh? New tape, see? If you want a copy at any time, just let us know.
He attacked me.
Hang on, can you wait 2 seconds? Interview with Bobby Turner commences at 2:40. PC Page and PC Stamp present.
I want in charge.
Yeah, we know what you want. You're still under caution. You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Understand? And we need to know exactly what happened tonight.
Can you tell us how the whole ruckus started with your wife?
Yeah, I was in the flat on my own, as usual.
She works in a pub, right?
Works in it, lives in it, more like.
How much did you have to drink tonight?
Oh, quite a bit. Look, I'm not the one being investigated here tonight, all right?
We're just trying to sort out what happened.
Well, what happened was I was attacked.
What about your wife? She was attacked too. By you.
Look, I've never hit her before. I just had enough of waiting in for her every night.
Was that what your argument was about? Her working in the pub?
Yeah. Yeah, I was fed to the tooth with it. I said that she should pack it up. She said she didn't have to do what I told her, so.
So what?
So I went up... Look, I mean, she wouldn't bend an inch, you know?
How well did you know Alan Webb?
We don't.
So how did you come across him tonight?
Well, it was round up and down the corridors. He came out and asked us to keep it down.
But why did he get involved?
He just wanted us to pack it up.
Were you attempting to hit your wife again?
No, I mean, she might have thought I was. I was just trying to get her to see my point of view.
Then what happened?
Because, I mean, she's my wife, isn't she? You know, we're supposed to be together. That's what being married's all about, isn't it, eh? Being together.
Just tell us what happened.
She ran out. I went after her. He followed us. He said, "You're going to get yourselves in trouble," and then you lot arrived, and then I saw the screwdriver.
Did he threaten you with it?
Oh, yeah. He pointed at me like a knife. He said, "You're making trouble for yourself," and then he stabbed me.
So he was trying to calm you down and then he stabbed you?
He thought that would have a calming effect, did he?
I don't know what he thought. That's what he did.
That'll be past its sell-by date by the time you finish that.
Just hit the wall. Second day back on nights.
Tea would be cold too.
There's been a development in your joyrider, Barry Nash.
What?
He's torn his tubes out and had it away on his toes.
What? Steve, it's not our fault. That's down to Monroe and the doc.
I should have known. I didn't stab anyone.
You were carrying a screwdriver. Mr. Turner was wounded by that screwdriver.
He stabbed himself.
Why would he want to do that, Alan?
I'm afraid I don't know. I'd love to help you, but...
Yeah, all right, Mr. Webb. How well do you know Bobby Turner?
I don't. Don't know him at all.
If you don't know the Turners, why would you want to get involved in their argument in the middle of the night?
Well, when I say I don't know him, I mean he's not exactly a mate.
He wouldn't be, would he? Not if you wanted to stab him.
Watch my lips. I did not stab him. I have never stabbed anyone. Wait a minute. You told me he couldn't even make it to the toilet.
I know. Look. Barry could die if he isn't found soon.
How's that?
Well, the air's going to build up in his chest, the punctured lung collapses and puts unsustainable pressure on his heart.
What sort of timescale are we talking about?
I can't say exactly. It depends on the rate the air accumulates.
He'd have gone back to his mother's if he could. Not unless he's got brain damage. She turned him in last time.
That was quick.
What?
Well, I've only just reported it.
Reported what?
You hear about my car, aren't you? It's been stolen.
Last time I saw it, it was parked right there.
I don't want to tell you your job, but you're wasting your time with this. And mine.
Will you please get in the cell, Mr. Webb?
Certainly.
We're not going anywhere. They're both lying about knowing each other. The only difference is he's better at it than Bobby.
Bit pathetic, isn't he, Bobby? Big middle-aged man in bits.
What is this? You starting a club for big men with a midlife crisis?
Webb's been seeing his missus. That's my guess.
What's this? Shortcut. Really? Yep. Takes us straight through to the back of,
Green Mini Metro.
Yep.
Got him. Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1.
Go ahead, Sierra 1.
We're following a Green Mini Metro, Delta 678 Foxtrot Yankee Foxtrot. Reported stolen from St Hugh's Hospital. Heading where? Heading west down Cheetham Road. Heading west down Cheetham Road towards Pope's Corner.
Any unit to assist. A Green Metro, Delta 678 Foxtrot Yankee Foxtrot. Lost or stolen, believed headed for Pope's Corner.
Sierra Oscar 3, we're on our way. ETA 2 minutes.
Now we get another load of Jack and Ori from the wife.
And then we've got to write it up. All you're doing is making more paperwork for us.
Well, you said yourself she's the only one that could have seen the stabbing.
Doesn't mean she'll talk about it.
Bin men. That's what we are. Working anti-social hours, sorting the rubbish.
Almost there, Sarge.
Hold on, he's just stalled by the garage. Come on, out of the car. Out.
Sorry about this. We've been to a party.
Have you?
Near the hospital. Should have stayed there. My friend's not very well.
All yours, Sarge.
Cheers.
Yeah, thanks.
Come on, get in the back.
So where does that put Barry then?
Got a few questions, Mrs. Turner.
I thought you might have.
Yeah, Barry's mum doesn't know where he is, but she's directed us to his brother's. We're on our way now.
Cheers, Steve.
How's Bobby's arm?
Well, the police surgeon's cleaned it up. Wasn't anything major. How well does your husband know Alan Webb?
It's more a question of how well I know him.
Yeah, I thought it'd be something like that.
Something like what?
Why don't you just tell us about it?
Yeah, make your job easier.
Your eyes come up a treat.
Nice of you to say so.
Is he violent often, Bobby?
He's never hit me before. Not in 24 years.
What about Alan Webb? Is he a violent man?
He's smart, Alan. He don't need to use his fists.
What about using a screwdriver? Did he stab Bobby?
Must have, I suppose.
Did you see it happen?
No. We saw you coming. Then Alan grabbed Bobby and told him not to be a fool. That gave me the chance to get away.
Why would Alan want to stab Bobby? Jealousy?
I think it'd be the other way round.
How's that?
I don't have to answer anything I don't want to. What are you going to do?
Well, at this rate, release them both from custody.
Well, I don't think that would be a very good idea.
No?
I think Bobby would act up.
Well, I need a better reason than that for keeping them.
Maybe there is one. I've never been hit before. I don't want it to happen again. Ever. And anyway, it's all over after tonight.
What is?
Do you like the lounge suite?
Very nice.
We got all new stuff when the kids moved out. Then we couldn't make the payments. Then we was paying interest on the interest. Bobby got really frightened. Anything to do with money and he panics.
How does Alan Webb come into this?
He's a regular down the Cranley Arms where I work.
Do you owe him money?
I don't owe him anything.
Go on.
He's got a good line in chat. We were friendly, no more than that. Then one night in the pub, I'm washing glasses, and he says, that fella over there really fancies you. Well, he was all right, this guy. Nice sense of humour. We went back to Alan's flat. Alan gave me 15 quid.
15 quid?
Yeah, not a lot, is it? Then I did it again. Different fella. And that's what I've been doing on and off, 2 or 3 times a week. Oh, it's no great turn on, but it's not so terrible. With a drinking in, one guy's much the same as the next. Paid for all the furniture. Got a new telly and all.
So Bobby found out where the money was coming from?
Oh, he knows all right. I know he knows. You don't live with someone that long and... But it's not something you'd talk about.
So when he started this argument, what was it about?
About me working down the pub. Crazy, innit? But I know what it was really about. So does he.
Why did Alan get involved?
Well, I think he was worried that the old bill would be called, and then Bobby would start mouthing off.
Either way, I can't see why I'd want to stab Bobby.
Nor can I.
Does Alan take a cut from your activities?
He gets the other 15 quid. Oh, he's not short of a bob or two. His girlfriend puts it across as well. And there's another girl I've seen a couple of times. Well, I say girl. She must be pushing 40. Still, nothing to do with me.
Isn't it?
Not anymore. Not after tonight. I've been sitting here going over it all. I don't want Bobby bashing me about. The furniture's all paid for now. Come to a natural end, really. Look, do what you've got to do, but keep me out of it, if you can. I know they're grown up, but I've still got my kids to think about.
So you do know Alan Webb's breaking the law with what's going on in his flat?
Yeah, it's living off immoral earnings. But you can't get me for it, can you?
You know that too, do you?
Apparently I've done nothing wrong. Only sometimes it don't quite feel that way.
Is this you?
He's not here.
You check through there again. Yeah.
How did he land up in hospital?
Came off a motorbike.
He ain't got a motorbike.
Yeah. Sure he hasn't been here?
No. I ain't seen him in days.
Listen, if Barry doesn't get back to St Hughes, he could die, OK? Now, if he does come here, you tell him that. Tell him PC Loxton said so.
Oh, that make a difference, does it?
It could do, yeah.
Not there, Steve.
Oh, I think so. Yeah?
Well, you rang.
Yeah?
About an hour ago. Sounded breathless. Well, like he was in a hurry. Reverse the charges.
And what did he say?
Well, said he was coming here. Said he needed some clothes.
All right, John. Well, if he does turn up...
Call the station, yeah.
Thanks.
Doesn't look good, does it? He'd have been here hours ago if he could.
Yeah, well, if he took a direct line from St Hughes, he wouldn't use the street. He'd take a shortcut if he could.
Yeah? Like where?
Like there.
There must be a quicker way to do Webb for immoral earnings.
CPS won't take about a 5-day observation.
So we tell Bobby we know what's been going on, get him to keep his mouth shut while we set things up.
Well, humiliate him completely. No, we warn him off without telling him we know about his wife. That's all we need for the Obbo to stand a chance.
So you reckon you got enough for an Obbo?
Is she in here for singing?
No, I'm nicking a mini metro. So what you got then?
Alan Webb. He's running a DIY brothel in his flat.
That's enterprising.
We'd like to get him out of here as soon as possible, Sarge. Make him think he's home free. No suspicions we're onto him.
You want him released? Right, let's go then. Tina! I don't mind you singing, as long as you know the words.
Barry! You can just make a noise, Barry.
Over here. Back here, Gary.
How you feeling, Barry?
Not too good.
feel strange. Sierra Oscar from 358
What's happening
to me? It's okay, don't worry.
Go ahead, Gary.
Alright, you'll be alright. We found that prisoner escaped from St. Eve's Hospital, June. Need an ambulance fast. We're in that tunnel under the railway on a piece of wasteland just off the Hamilton Road.
Got that.
How is he? Oh, he's just passed out.
Yeah, can I help you?
You're holding my husband, Bobby Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was wondering how long for. I thought I'd be here when you let him home.
You could do something to restore my faith in you. If you give me a lift home.
Not so long ago, I had your elbow in my face. Don't push your luck.
Yeah, well, I suppose you're right. Anyway, we don't want to waste any more public money, do we?
Pleased with himself, isn't he?
Not for long, prat. He always passed right by my door.
Thank you.
Shall I go with him?
Yeah, you better, Ed. Just in case he tries to knock his guts into a rope and climb out the window.
Oh, yeah.
Sierra Oscar from 363, receiving?
Yes, go ahead, 363.
Yeah, he's not exactly singing and dancing, June, but he should be okay. Gary's gone back to St. Hughes with him.
He wants a word.
Yeah, I should be back on the road in about 2 minutes.
Cheers, Steve.
All right. What's up, Barry?
Didn't think I'd do it, did you?
Nothing you do would surprise me, Barry.
I'll see you in court then, eh?
Yeah.
Take it easy.
I'll try. I hope he thanks you. Yeah, I think he did.
OK, Bobby. Wife's here. Come to take you home.
Let me go?
Yep.
What about that other bloke, Alan Webb?
He's gone.
What do you mean? Did you charge him?
Yes, we did.
Alan Webb's been charged with possession of an offensive weapon. Come on.
Wait a minute. He's going to do time for it, isn't he?
I don't think that's very likely.
If he attacked me.
We couldn't make a case on it. Come on, your wife's waiting for
But,
you.
hey, I'm going nowhere till I know he's going to do some time.
Do you want us to release you by force?
I want him put away. You don't understand, do you? I want to make a statement, all right? I don't want to hurry you.
If you like. All right, Bobby. What do you want to tell me?
This is, I do know Alan Webb.
Oh, yeah?
I know all about him, too.
Yes?
He's got a couple of women on the game. They use his flat.
Is that right?
Goes down to Cranley Arms, where Jan works. He keeps making suggestions to her. I don't like it.
So what are you trying to tell me?
It's disgusting. He makes me feel sick. Jan's going to be a grandmother soon. He's making suggestions that she does stuff for money. I mean, all right, she's an attractive woman. That's why he wants her. But he won't take no for an answer. He just keeps on at her.
She hasn't gone along with it?
No, of course she ain't. I mean, he's just making a life of misery down at the pub. And I said to her, look, I know we need the money, but why don't you just quit the job, you know? Just walk out. But she's good, you know, Jan. She's a good girl, and we've got debts, and so she just keeps on going down there.
So what really happened tonight?
Came home late, so I started round with her. I couldn't help myself. I said to her, look, don't do this anymore, and she got stubborn, and then he comes out and tries to shut us up.
Did Alan Webb stab you with a screwdriver? So you stabbed yourself.
Yeah, it's stupid, isn't it? I just wanted something to happen to him, you know. He deserves it.
Something will happen. Now you've told us all this. You've been very helpful. From now on, all you and Jan have got to do is keep well away from Alan Webb. We'll do the rest. You got it?
Yeah. I know I should have said something to you before or done something, but I mean, it's disgusting, you know, the idea of it. It just makes me feel sick just to talk about it.
Shall we go?
Yeah. Look, I'm telling you the truth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, front office. Right, OK, thanks, Sarge. Mrs. Turner. They're going to bring your husband through now, letting him go.
Thanks. I've got the car here.
Have you? Yeah.
I'll get some sleep for you. Be morning soon.
We don't want to rush you, but...
Come on, Bobby.
Let's get out of here.
Good night, Mrs. Turner.
Bye, then. Right, I'm off to get a cup of tea, then.
How's it going then, Tone?
Don't ask, George.
A bit of a rough night.
Just...
The informant said there was a van.
Probably another false alarm.
Yeah, third one tonight.
I'll tell you what, you do the rear, I'll check with the security man.
All right.
Hello? Anyone there?
It's all quiet out here, Gary.
Yeah, okay, Mike.
Oh, Bill, run! Hey! Give it to him, George!
Sierra Oscar from 517. Go ahead. A police suspect's decamping in red van, registration number Kilo 310 Delta Charlie Yankee, heading towards Gatley Road. Gary, where are you?
Gary? Reg, get an ambulance here as fast as you can. Gary is unconscious with head injuries.
Received.
Hold on, mate.
Thanks.
What news?
Still unconscious.
Damn. Anything on the van?
Not so far.
Well, it seems they rang the bell pretending to be cleaners.
Well, can't the security man give a description?
Didn't stand a chance. They smacked him down as soon as the door was open. But what he does remember seems to tell you what Jarvis saw.
So what they have got away with?
10, 15 grand's worth?
Easy.
Have you got anything?
Couple of old favourites, Ma'am. Peter Knowles and George Petty. Both released from Shadwell Prison in the past month and both now back on our ground.
And this looks like their MO.
It's got Knowles and Petty written all over it.
OK, let's go give them a tug. Danny? Oh, morning, Mrs. Knowles. D.I. Johnson, D.S. Pierce. Don't mind if we have a look around, do you?
Be all the same if I did, wouldn't it?
Knew you'd understand.
I suppose it's a waste of time me asking what you're looking for.
We're looking for your husband, Mrs. Knowles. A police officer has been badly beaten.
Not upstairs, Gov.
Bye.
OK, Mrs. Petty.
You've got nothing! You know nothing!
Tell your husband, come down to the station, lodge a complaint. We'd love to see him.
Huh? This is police harassment!
Morning, Mrs. Petty.
Police!
Johnny Hodges. How you doing, mate? Thought you'd given all this up.
You know how it is. Ducking and diving.
I've got time for a quick beer if you fancy it.
No, no thanks. Not for me.
Or a cup of tea if you're in training for anything special.
Some other time, all right?
He couldn't get away from me quick enough, could he?
I didn't notice.
Hood said, I might not be the greatest boxer in the world, but I know that Johnny wasn't working out just to keep fit. He was sharpening up for a fight.
How can he be? He's had his licence taken away.
Exactly. Now, I'd never have believed it. You, of all people,
training him up for an unlicensed bout.
I think you better leave.
When I think about all the things you used to say about unlicensed shows, now you're helping Johnny to get ready for one. A man in his condition.
Get out. Go on. Now, you're not on duty now.
The news is Gary's just regained consciousness and they think he's going to be all right.
Great.
So, we are looking for Peter John Knowles and George Andrew Petty. Now, until we get a positive ID from Gary, we can't be absolutely sure they did it. But with the MO and a good description from Mike, we're very anxious to talk to them. Now, they're no strangers to us. They're both very nasty pieces of work. So if you do see them, no heroics. Any questions? Off you go, then.
Sarge, there's going to be an unlicensed boxing show on our patch.
Eric Boucher's tonight.
Tonight?
I was going to go myself, why?
I've got a mate on the programme. He's going to put his eyesight at risk. Is there no way we can stop it?
I wouldn't advise it, George. The local kid is going to die if he doesn't get a very expensive operation. They've organised a show to raise money for him.
Come off it, Sarge. It's to raise money on all the betting that's going on.
All right, if he's a mate, have a word with him. But don't waste any time on it. It's Gary you should be thinking about.
Hi, can he talk?
Providing you don't overtax him.
Don't worry, I only want 2 words.
Knowles and Petty?
Just what I wanted to hear.
I got a good look at them both, and they called to each other. George this and Pete that. It was definitely them, Mum.
Uniform this time? Official? Ted told you, didn't he?
Ted told me nothing.
But you know anyway.
Look, forget the uniform, Johnny. Mira's a mate.
No, you're not. Otherwise, you know to mind your own business.
How's the detached retina?
Still detached, since you ask. Can't afford laser surgery. I know some. You got no manners. I got a visitor. A shrine to my former glory, eh? You know, I used to be really proud of these. I'd sell the lot tomorrow if someone was mug enough to make me an offer.
I'm sure you wouldn't.
You can see the state I'm in. I need money, George, not memories.
That's why you're fighting in an unlicensed bout, is it?
Not asking you to come.
Look, Johnny, even without the eye injury, you're not as young as you used to be.
You think age is everything? He's nothing, this bloke I'm fighting. He's not in my class. Bit like you. I mean, some beer-gutted slob who thinks he can fight. I'll jab him in the head till his eyeballs rattle. I'll probably knock him out with one punch. Alehouse brawlers.
Now leave it out, Johnny. Alehouse brawlers fight dirty. It's unlicensed. So no one gives a stuff about the rules. And one dodgy blow like that, and you could be blind for life. And why don't you think about it?
Have a word, Mum.
What's on your mind, Matthew?
Knowles and Petty.
Oh, join the club.
What about them?
There's going to be an unlicensed boxing match tonight.
So, what's the connection?
It's at Dreamers. Eric Boucher's place.
Yeah, what of it?
Yeah, well, it's a favourite watering hole for villains, Gov.
Oh, when they get dosh, they spend it as quick as they can.
Yeah, especially Knowles and Petty. They don't need neon lights to be flash.
So how likely are Knowles and Petty to turn up at the club tonight?
The club will be full of their own kind. Might be able to resist strutting about buying champagne.
Or whatever passes for champagne in that place.
Thanks, Matthew.
Pleasure.
So how do we know they'll be at the club tonight?
I've got a reasonable snout in a betting shop, Gov.
Reasonable?
All right, Gov. I know I let you down last time with that duff snout, but this one's reliable. I wouldn't offer it otherwise.
OK, Danny, find out what you can. If there's a better than 50-50 chance they'll be at the club tonight, I'll go to Andrew Munro and organise a joint operation, OK?
218 from Sierra Oscar, receiving.
Go ahead, Reg.
Yeah, there's a fella on the phone anxious to speak with you, George. Name of Sullivan, says it's urgent.
New deal.
Yeah. Tell him I'll meet him at his gym.
With that goes down dramatic event. Foolish Touch has been switched to the out as well to challenge. And Duckington at the moment all dressed up but with nowhere to go at all. This horse had won this last year and 5-2. They're coming down to the final 1.5. And Northern Printed is leading but being strongly pressed by Anthony Loretto. These two from now picked out of flying. And here comes
These two running tonight, Jimmy. All I want to know is if I picked a couple of winners. If the answer's yes, just take 20.
Ted?
Don't seem right seeing you in uniform.
Yeah, well, don't worry. This is all off the record if it's any help to you.
Well, look, you can do what you like with it. I can't keep it to myself anymore. And I don't care what they call me.
It's Johnny in the fight tonight, isn't it?
If you can call it that.
Well, Johnny reckons the bloke he's up against is nothing special.
Freddie Fowler? That's a matter of opinion.
I don't like the sound of that, Ted. You don't reckon his chances then, no?
Johnny's a red-hot favourite. But that's all down to the fights he's had in the past.
Yeah, well, bookies aren't known for sentiment where money's concerned, are they?
No. But I've just found out a few things about Fowler. He's from out of town, he's younger, fitter, and a lot more useful than they say he is.
Who's they?
Well, the little firm who's starting to make a lot of money on the odds being offered on Fowler. If Johnny takes a belt in.
So he's being set up then?
What else do you think I've asked you to come and see me about?
You wouldn't know the members of this little firm, would you, Ted?
Listen, I don't want to get involved.
Do the names George Petty and Peter Knowles mean anything to you? Right.
It may be unlicensed, Sally, but it's not necessarily illegal.
OK, so we can't close it down. But we do now have positive identification that the men who assaulted Gary at the warehouse last night were Knowles and Petty. We can go in there because we have reason to believe they have committed an arrestable offence.
But what grounds do you have for believing that they will be at the club?
Danny Pierce has had confirmation.
You're going to have to do better than that.
I think you'll find Danny's learnt his lesson, Andrew.
So, is this a reliable source?
Yes.
But if Knowles and Petty know you're after them, why would they show their faces at a public event?
Hardly public. I think you'll find there are rather a lot of faces at Dreamers.
Matthew Boyden tells me that they're raising money for special medical help for a young lad. I wouldn't want to see us stamping on local initiatives like that.
Come on, Andrew. That's just a smokescreen.
Yes.
Sir. Mum. The unlicensed boxing tonight. I've just been told that there's a syndicate planning to clean up on the ringside betting. Knowles and Petty are running it.
They're definitely going to be at Dreamers tonight.
Yes, sir.
Then we pull out all the stops.
Good. We'll need to get some people in there.
I'd like to be one of those, Mum.
You'll be recognised, George.
Rod Scase is new, and how about Danny Pierce?
He's been here long enough to be recognised as well. How about Adam Bostock?
OK. The two new boys can go into the lion's den.
Yeah. Andy Garrett and John Rice. This place is going to be wall-to-wall slags.
Good, we've got a couple of fresh faces on the job then.
Yeah, well, it won't be so fresh at the end of the night, will it?
According to George Garfield, Knowles and Petty's main interest is in the Hodges-Fowler fight.
Yeah, second on the bill.
Right. So don't call in the troops until you've got a positive ID of both our targets, OK?
Perfect.
OK, off you go then, and don't take any risks.
They're on their way.
First fight's due on in 10 minutes.
We might be in there by then. Don't worry about your mate, George.
I want to get my hands on Knowles and Petty, Sarge. Stopping Johnny Hodges from losing his eyesight would be a nice bonus.
Evening.
Good evening, sir.
One, please.
Thank you.
Thanks.
On your own, sir?
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. Thanks. Tony, my son. Come through, come through.
One, please, Hans.
Pint of lager, please, darling.
Hello, sweetheart.
You got any money on this?
Well, mine's on the second bout. Johnny Hodges to win.
Yeah, mine too. Well, let's face it, he's the only boxer here.
You're walking.
Yeah, perhaps you and I can have a celebration.
Is that a promise? Yes, love.
Before we start tonight's show, I'd just like to say a few words regarding 9-year-old Kevin Ball. He's in a fight of his own at the moment. He's down, but he refuses to be counted out. I can see you're not going to listen to me tonight. So a young lady will be round later on with the buckets. Please give as generously as you can. Thank you.
Ready, Maggie?
Mickey Ellis and Billy Fenn.
You ready? Who's going to win the fight?
Mickey Ellis.
Who's the governor?
I'm the governor.
You fat tart, get your bra on. You're nothing, you're useless. I know your mother.
Keep it here.
Leave her for the ring, boys. Leave her for the ring.
Get back in the cars, you Ellis.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you the two boxers for tonight's first bout. As you know, there's no love lost between them. In the blue corner, Mickey the Beast Ellis. And in the red corner, Billy Iron Man Fenn. Your referee, Little Jim. Quick pass, ring the bell, get the bad stuff.
There's Wally Tate and his bit of skirt.
No sign of Knowles and Petty, though.
Well, if Hodges fights the one they got money on, that's the one they'll turn up to watch.
They're leaving it a bit late. So, tell me about this snout of yours, Dunny.
I've learnt my lesson, Cove.
D.I. Johnson from 517.
Hi, Johnson here. Go ahead, Mike.
We are now in position with the rear exit covered.
Good. Rod and Adam are inside the club and we're waiting confirmation that our two chaps have arrived.
Yeah, understood.
Get up, you bum!
That didn't last long. You next. Good luck. My money's with you, mate.
Go on, Hodges, go get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second bout tonight, in the blue corner, the fairest boxer, under the rules of the National Boxing Federation, Freddie Fowler. In the red corner, our most recent recruit, the former British and Commonwealth champion, Johnny Hurricane Hodges.
Enjoying yourself, gents?
Yeah, great.
Second fight must be starting soon.
How far do you think your mate will go with Fowler anyway?
Well, in his day, Johnny would have wrapped up in the first round, but...
It's not what the punters come to see, though, is it?
Champagne, on the house. Make it two.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, two of our very good friends, Peter Knowles and George Petty, are with us tonight. We've been on a little holiday down to Majesty. Nice to see you, lads.
Come here.
Hands out.
one there, mate?
I'm all right, thanks, mate.
What's he playing at, the plonker? I've got a pony on this.
Yeah, but look at him, he's way over the hill though, isn't he?
Well, what do you put money on him for then?
I don't know. Old time sake.
Yep.
Target sighted at far side of the ring, sitting on the top table, ma'am.
Understood, Sierra Oscar 1 from Johnson.
Go ahead, Sally.
Target sighted, far side of ring, top table.
Go, go, go!
Turn those lights off. Turn those lights back off.
This is a police raid. Stop the fight and kindly remain where you are.
Oi, what's all this?
All right, Johnny. Mr. Bowser, if you kindly let us do our job, then we
Do
can...
your job. This is a charity event.
Oh, Bill! Hurt him!
I want him unmarked! Don't want him whining to a brief, do we? George Andrew Petty, Peter John Knowles. I'm arresting you for aggravated burglary and assault on a police officer. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you do say may be taken in evidence. Oh, I'm glad it's familiar. Now shut it!
Oi! What's all this?
Not too close, Eric, or I'll nick you and all.
All right, gentlemen, I make no apology for this interruption. We have now made 2 arrests in connection with a brutal assault on one of my men last night. As soon as we have taken away the prisoners we came for, you're welcome to carry on with the boxing.
You ever was a copper? Or a mate?
See you later, John.
Johnny. We didn't come here to stop the boxing, Johnny.
No. Well, you put the block on my fight.
What I mean is that it wasn't the main reason.
Makes no odds. I still didn't get the chance to finish.
Good. You'll be able to see your way home.
I'm glad your snout turned up, Trumps.
Yeah, so am I, Governor.
Good night, gentlemen.
You might have been favourite, but there was no way that you were going to win tonight. Too many people stood to make money on you being beaten.
I was one of them, you prat. How much do you think I get for climbing in without me? Shirt buttons. The only way I stood to make any real money was by betting against myself and losing.
So you were part of it?
For all the good it's done me. Thanks for nothing, mate.
Come on, George.